大家好. Hey everybody. Hope you're having a good day so far, and it's about to get a little bit better with a new Chinese lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about the difference between two words that are pretty similar, but are used very differently in sentences in Chinese. These words are 正在 and 在. So, today's lesson is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to talk about how to use 正在 with actions and 在 with locations. So, 正在 is a word that means something like am or is. It's used when you're talking about an action that is continuing. So let's take a look at how you use it in a sentence to modify a general statement into a continuous action. First we have 我学中文 I study Chinese versus 我正在学中文 I am studying Chinese right now. Now, you'll see that the 正 is in parentheses. That's because it's optional. You could just say 我在学中文 and it'll mean the same thing. That's where the trickiness comes from. Sometimes you just hear 在 and it can be confusing to know whether they mean this 正在 or just 在 by itself. Another example is 他看电视 He watches TV versus 他正在看电视 He is watching TV now. Or you can say 他在看电视 He is watching TV right now. Remember, 正在 and 在, same meaning. The way to tell that 在 is a helping verb here is that you see another verb right after it. So in the previous example, we saw 在学. Here we see 在看. So is watching for this example. And if you want to ask someone what they're doing, you can say 你在做什么? And to answer, you'll say 我在, and then whatever it is you're doing. Now, the word 在 by itself, which is the same character that we just saw before in the word 正在, actually has a different meaning and is a preposition when it's used in the right place. To ask someone where they are, you'll say 你在哪儿? And you'll answer with something like 我在家, I'm at home. Here you can see that the literal word order when you translate it into English is something like the subject is located at and then the place. But in Chinese, it just boils down to three words. 我在家. Okay, let's take a look at another example. 你在哪儿运动? Where do you do your exercise? 我在公园运动. I exercise at the park. So, in English, we say, I exercise at the park. You say your verb first and then your location. But in Chinese, you actually put your location first and then the verb. We want to know where it is that you're doing the thing first and then what it is you're doing. 我在公园运动. So here's a quick quiz to test your understanding of these two words now. I'm going to try to have you figure out which word you're going to use in each of these English sentences when you're translating from English to Chinese. You're going to think A for 正在 and B for just 在. So pause it here and make your predictions, and we'll be ready to go over the sentences in just a second. Alright, so let's take a look at the answers that we have. For the first two sentences, you're going to be using 在, because you're talking about where something happens. For the third sentence, you're going to use 正在, because there's an ongoing action. Now let's take a look at the actual translations of these sentences in Chinese. So for the first sentence we have 你在办公室工作. You work in the office. Second sentence, 他在超市买水果. He buys fruit at the supermarket. And lastly, 我们正在练习语法. We are practicing grammar. That's what we're doing right now. Alright everybody, that brings us to the end of today's lesson. 谢谢, thanks for watching. And here are the usual reminders. If you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe now. And if you are subscribed, you should press the bell notification button so you can stay up to date with new videos every week on Chinese. They come out on Fridays. Give the video a like. Leave me a comment in the comment section below telling me what you thought about the lesson and what you want to learn about next. All these things really help the channel grow. And I look forward to seeing what you have to say. Don't forget, I always put a video somewhere on this side of the screen over here, so if you've got time, you can click on that. And until the next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson.